No. It's still not letting me. What the heck? Did I do it too fast? I owe you 10 seconds, Arvis. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, well, that seems to have worked. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, everything's back. Took a hot minute, but everything's back. Okay, cool. Let's get to work, shall we? Perfect. Okay, I like it. I think we're back. I think we're back in business. Yeah, I don't know, Arvis. And now I have 19. And now I have 8. It's jumping around, Ryan. Twitch needs to get their game together. Yeah. Went from 19 to 8. I lost my viewers. Now it's 17. Could you imagine if I single-handedly brought down Twitch with like 17 viewers because I just restarted too quickly in order to get markers going? Could you imagine the story? Could you imagine what that would be? The story of how a single man brought down Twitch with 17 viewers. Yeah, that'd be awesome, right? Okay. I'm going to switch over to work mode. So, what am I going to work on today? I've got a bunch of stuff I need to do, but primarily the first thing I need to get through is some Laravel work. So let me just make sure I've got everything set up. So the project I've got going on is this. Hang on, I don't think I set it up right to be properly visible. I guess it is. Let's do that. Let me turn on the text so people see. So for this job, one of the things that we're doing is we're displaying course material for what you would do in in the context of starting your, like running your own startup. So the course material contains, well, I mean, I'll show you. Hey, MJ. NeoVim's not going anywhere. I'm done with NeoVim. It's over. I hope you're doing well, MJ. I have a frog in my throat today. I apologize, folks. So we're showing course material, and the course material is basically, I'm not even going to talk about it anymore, Travis. I'm just done. I'm done. No, I don't care about Zed. I don't care about NeoVim. I'm Sublime. I'm fully 100% back on Sublime, and the only thing that would get me to change is Notepad minus. No, I'm not going to get nerds. It's over. It's over. Okay, NeoVim is the relationship that keeps abusing me, and everyone's like, "You should go back. You should go back." No, it's abusing me. Okay, NeoVim hurts me. Do you guys like to see me hurt? It's not happening. Forget. I'm not even talking about what happened. It's over. We're done. Okay, we're divorced, and I didn't even get any of its money. It's walked away. Yes, Notepad minus will be my savior. For right now, Sublime Text is my savior, but Notepad minus, yeah, Travis, I would be happy to I'll use it on stream all the damn time. So if you give me early access, I'll do it. No, I'm not giving any hints. It just didn't work. NeoVim just didn't work. It just threw up a blue screen of death. It BSOD'd me. How about that, MJ? Good luck with that, okay? It's over. OG Notepad's pretty good. Yeah, OG. I considered using OG Notepad, and then I'm like, nah, Sublime's good. So I'm using Sublime. That's it. It's done. Okay. So, I mean, Sublime is basically OG Notepad, but better, in my opinion. So we have course material here. That's the company that I'm doing this work for, and they teach you essentially how to, handle the startup world, right? And they give you material and tools and things like that to do it. Hey, Chaz, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. MJ, I did pay for Sublime a long time ago, and that license has stayed true for many years. Thanks, Chaz. So the material needs an update here because we essentially are switching it from Vue.js to HTMX. And the front-end designer, the front-end guy, the front-end contractor at this place basically made a bunch of components and spent a bunch of time restructuring this entire UI as you see it into HTMX. So what I need to do is I need to come in and finish wiring it up to the back end. There are a few forms. It's called practical application forms. This is one of the last vestiges of the system that's running on Vue.js. I've almost got all of it over to HTMX, almost 100%. So if we can get some of these pages moved over to HTMX this week, which I think is doable, then that unblocks me from fixing a whole bunch of stuff on this code. So that's kind of the goal for me for my week, is to get this moved over, finished and moved over to HTMX completely. We are this close. It's within reach. So just the last few holdout pages, and this is one of them, so I got to do it, make sure it's done. No, I don't want to use LiveView. I don't want to use LiveView. To me is very much like using a weird mix of complicated front end frameworks with back end. It's too mergy, I guess. I haven't fully thought it out, I'll be honest, but I don't really want to do it. C Programmer 7. Okay, so it's C Programmer 7. Seems like they're asking legitimate questions. So I'll take a pause here. And I mean, Phoenix Live, maybe Chaz. Okay, I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna back off of that statement. I think what I'm really trying to say is I'm not sure it's a good fit for this project. But anyways, C programmer, I have a question about what you would do. Long story short, I graduated and I struggled hard in my object-oriented class and concurrent programming. Although in my mobile dev class, I did really good and got an A on all projects. I'm not sure about going to mobile dev field. It was my first time taking classes for mobile dev. I originally wanted to work as a C++ engineer, but now I think I should switch to mobile dev. C programmer, what do you mean by mobile dev? Because do you mean like native mobile dev, where you're creating native apps? Or do you mean like front end? Oh, Flutter. Okay, it was a class on Flutter and Dart. I see. Okay, so this is this is general advice for anyone. Ryan, I know you would help me, but I also can't make any big decisions anymore. There's a change in structure in this company, so I have to just accomplish what I've already decided, and then things might change down the road. So otherwise I'd be open to it. And might even be in the future. So I'm keeping you in mind, Ryan. So there's the general advice is that you want to try to find something that you're interested in, along with something that you can actually do, which is always like the holy grail of work. You have an interest in it and you can do it. So I mean, that's always going to be a problem. So the question is, what are you interested in? And then the other question is, what does the market want? And do the two align? And it might be the case that the two do not align for you. And if that is the case, as in if it is the case they do not align, then you have to figure out which one is more important to you. And it could be that you decide, well, I'll hold off longer waiting for the market to align more with something I want to do. Or you might just give in temporarily and say, well, I should probably focus on something I can actually do, that I can get paid for, and use it as an ends to a mean, as in something to get you along. Mobile dev, I'm not quite sure, is really hot in the market right now. I don't see a lot of, I guess, job titles that have mobile dev as the primary job title. I think mobile dev overlaps with other types of job descriptions and job titles, but I don't think that you're going to find something that is, at least not in today's market. I think you'd be hard pressed to find something that is almost purely mobile dev. It's okay if your passions, what you want to do change. That's completely normal. And you might be better served in this economy and this market to take the stuff you've learned and just get into the market somewhere. Because right now is a pretty tough time, just generally speaking. And you can try and leverage things that you are interested in and that you do like to get into the market somewhere that maybe you don't like, but it's a way to like fund your life and work on stuff on the side until you can make it, to something else or the market changes. That's probably the best general advice I could give, is that you want to, you're going to have to give up something right now for something else. And it's up to you to make that trade-off and up to your own, life situation. C++ probably gets you in more doors than mobile dev. But yeah, it's hard, right? So I think this current market is one where you have to temper your desire with what the actual market wants, and you have to just ride it until you get to where you want to be. Hey H, yeah, I'm all right. I hope you're doing well. Is the industry only bad for cross-platform or in general? I think it's just general. I think it's generally not that great. And I think you kind of have to just figure out, you kind of have to just accept that you're not going to get what you want out of the market right now, and do your best, make the best of it, and then use whatever you can get into as a way to, you know, get the bills paid and do the stuff you like on the side until something comes up that more aligns with what you want or the market changes. As someone not in the software engineering field, maybe don't go into web. That's where all the craze is, but it's also, it has a subpar devs. I agree, MJ, the web development field has probably the worst devs overall. Yeah, you're welcome, C programmer. Yeah. If you have any other questions you want to ask or whatever, feel free to ask. And there's also a Discord if you want to join. You can ask questions there, C programmer. So yeah. Okay. So, back to what I was saying. So the deal here is that I need to finish doing the HTMX conversion, and so to that end, I have the this front end code, and this is from the front end contractor, and I have to go over this code, and I have to look at what was changed, and I probably have to run this locally. And I got to look at the course output and make sure that this portion down here works. This is like a form underneath the course material. So I guess let's start with a code. I mean, let me get a sense of what happened. It doesn't seem like a lot of changes, which surprises me. It surprises me how functional this actually is. The Vue.js version of this was extremely complicated. So I guess maybe I shouldn't be surprised that the HTMX version is less complicated, but yeah, okay, so we've got a course model. We've got course progress for the user. There are links to things like, oh, I see the tabs up here. Yeah. And depending on the tab, okay, so we keep track of the tab you've chosen. We go grab a course depending on the root of your URL, how far along you are in the course, whether you complete it or not, the content. So this is where we fill in the links. Oh, okay, I see. So yeah, it's broken out where each section here over here is its own tab, and then we just pull in a specific URL root, and then HTMX plugs it in. Okay, that kind of explains why it's simpler. I don't know why there's this empty course submission form. That's kind of weird. Oh yeah, Ryan. Yeah, I've seen that video. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. It is, and I agree with it a lot. Okay, I don't know why this course submission form is empty, but we'll assume for the moment that it needs to be here. There's some CSS. I don't know. I'm not sold on Flex versus Grid. I really like Grid over Flex, but I haven't used Flex anywhere near as much as I've used Grid, so I do have a biased and ignorant take on that. There's some SVGs. There's load map state. We've got some colors. We've got some hyperscript, which... Okay. It fits for HTMX. Bias in my software, yeah. Grid is easier to wrap your head around, but Flex works so good. I mean, that could be the case. Like I said, I'm legitimately pretty ignorant on it because I haven't used it as much, anywhere near as much. Yeah, so you know, of course, I'm gonna say I like Grid better. Yeah. But I could be wrong. I if I gave it a fair shake, I might realize Flex is pretty dope. You click, you go to window location href. Really? Wait, how does this work? If you're gonna change the window URL, are you really changing the entire... I thought this was an HTMX swap. I guess it's not. Yeah, I still design my grids with tables. I'm riddled with skill issues on the front end. I think you can accomplish everything you need to with Grid. I have not come up... I can't come across or think of a scenario where Flex does it better than Grid necessarily. Again, that's ignorant. So it's not an HTMX swap. We've got our course here. We push to the style stack. We push to the hyperscript stack and Laravel. We've got a URL. I don't know why this URL is here. It should be up in the controller. But that's fine. We can fix that. We've got a message bag. We've got our tabs. And hey, Vampire on YouTube. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, sure. We've got our panel, the top bar. Here are our tabs. This is very strange. I think the front end guy wrote hyperscript to generate an href link for the sake of using hyperscript, for the sake of sticking with HTMX, but not fully. Hey, Tak, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Didn't fully use hyperscript in HTMX because no HTMX is being used here. I think it's literally just hyperscript that could have been served as an ahref link. Now that's... if I had to guess, I would say like he's a pretty smart guy, so maybe he knew I was going to take this over and he left it up to me to do the HTMX swap. That's possible. And then practical application is down here. This is the this is the one where we have to, yeah, practical application content. So we have to pull it in here. Okay, so I gotta start somewhere, so let's run this. Now I have a sense of what this was. Hey, hey Tech, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the lurks, everyone. Appreciate it. Yeah, Tech, thanks for the subscription with the Prime for 3 months. I appreciate that a lot. You guys are coming in hot with those subs, and I genuinely do not deserve them. I really don't. I don't deserve your subs. I don't deserve your attention. I don't. So I'm eternally grateful for it. I'll do my best to make it worth it. This is the way to the Lambo, yeah. PHP streaming. Yeah, Vampire Frog on YouTube agrees with me. I don't deserve anything. I don't deserve anything. Okay, so if I'm going to run this locally, do I have that stage? No. That's that one. I don't think I have a local tab. So let me get a local tab. It's going to be let's just see if this works. It does not work, and that's probably because don't have it running. Oh, no, it's because of this. There we go. Okay, cool. Cancel my subs till, yeah, I had to cancel all my subs. Well, almost all of them. I kept the real ones. I kept the ones I really wanted to keep, but that's like less than 5 because yeah. So if I do, so let me log in. Perfect. Okay. So I need to grab the branch this is on. What branch is this on? Feature boss 1772. Let's see. Come on. Oh, really? There we go. Okay. I don't think I have it. So no, go away. Yep, there we go. Now I think if I go over to develop and pull, it's up to date. I go over here and then I merge develop into it. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that yet, actually. Let me not get too ahead of myself. Okay, cool. That works. Lawler, thank you. Hey, Axe. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, Axe. So now if I go over to Academy, I'm going to have a bunch of fake courses. And if I go here and then... Okay. Page not found. Of course not. Because the URL structure is borked. Is this going to be a case of... I have to pull data in from stage? Is gifting giving you some benefits based on how many you gift, or is it's just gifting? Yeah. Why on earth? Are there no bundles, maybe? Let me go over here. Let's... wait, let me make sure there's no, like, migration. What would it be? Artisan migrate? Yeah, nothing to migrate. So I probably just don't have a bundle attached. Cause the structure of this URL what would it be here? It'd be courses HTMX content show. And yeah, there would be a bundle and it would probably be null. Okay, let's debug this a little bit because I do need to get this running. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right. By the way, I'm starting to use my literate programming parser thing in here. So I've got some markdown files, and anytime that I start a new task, I name it after the Jira ticket, and then I start writing notes and tangling code together. I'm going to do that. So yeah, I'll probably do it with this task as well. Org mode mentioned, yeah. Joy Corey, hey, nice to see you. I'm on, yeah. So if I go to Academy Courses course, do I just Academy if I could spell courses course? What if I just like DD'd it? Poops. We just switched to Jira after years on Digital AI's version 1. So Jira's terrible, man. Joy Crisis has been so long. I actually miss this. I have a kid now. It's been life-altering. Joy, first of all, congratulations. Can we get congratulations in chat for Joy Query for the new kid? Congratulations, Joy. It is definitely life-altering. You will never see life the same. You will never be prepared. This is the thing that I and many others say about kids. You're never prepared. You can be more prepared than others in terms of periods in life, but you will never be fully prepared. And damn, Joy Query, we're gifting out 10 subs. Congratulations on everyone who got the subs. I appreciate it. CD, it's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, CD. My Twitch fund has been itching. I appreciate it, Joy. Yeah, I mean, you'll never look at life the same, ever, period. And there's nothing that can prepare you for the change. People can talk about it. I remember before I had my daughter, people around me would have one or more kids and they talk about it. And I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I got what they said. I understood the words that were coming out of their mouth. But it hits different when it's yours, man. You know, so congratulations is all I can say. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, but you're the real winner. You're the real winner. The amount of poops I've had to deal with, base peed on, pooped on. Never thought I'd enjoy it outside of it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And Joy, here's something else that people told me even so before I had my daughter and also during the initial few years of my daughter's life. So Joy, I'm giving you a massive heads up here that another thing that you're never going to understand until it happens to you is the whole concept of they grow up too fast. You really, really, really have to keep that in mind. What the things that you have to deal with today are not the things you're going to have to deal with tomorrow, and I promise you it's going to feel like a today versus tomorrow thing. And I'm telling you, I've been there. People told me that even when I had my daughter, and I knew what it was like to have a kid, and I have other, friends who also have kids, and they're like, dude, trust me, they grow up too fast. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, you don't realize that I have to deal with pee and poo today, and like, it's been a rough day and none of us got sleep, and like, I'll deal with tomorrow. No, dude, it comes way too freaking fast. Way too fast. Just cherish every single moment, because it's going to be gone. And the days of your kid running up to you, for example, and giving you the big hug and the big smile and stuff, almost gone for me. I wish, I can see it, so just cherish that, man. Yeah, Ryan's right. My son is 9. Yesterday he was a newborn. That's right, Ryan. Joy Corey, dude, in 2 months she's grown a wild rate, but she's still small for her age. She was born 3 weeks early. Oh, Joy, well, I'm glad it sounds like everything worked out. I'm glad everything worked out. Congratulations again. And yeah, they grow up fast. CD says, I've had 2. One is 10. I'm freaking out. Dude, I completely understand. CD, I completely understand. Joy Corey, I got to tell you the delivery story one day. It was a roller coaster. I'd love to hear it. I'm definitely taking it in as much as I can. My Apple and Google stores through the roof. Yeah, that's what suddenly it's good for that, right? Man, it changes your perspective on life. The work you do, where you spend your money, the choices you make in terms of just like your own personal values and entertainment, it changes everything. But I can genuinely say there is nothing, and I'm gonna go ahead and say something probably a little, but I think a lot of people would agree. Not even your marriage is as life-altering as your kids. By comparison, it's not even. It's not equivalent. It is the most life-altering thing you can do, and it can bring you the greatest happiness that you've ever experienced in ways you did not think it was possible. CD says, hard agree. Having kids affects you on a biological level. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely it does. And I would argue on almost every other level. Hey Mohai, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Joy Corey, LMFA. The kid has altered my marriage. My wife's rage level at me is wild now. Yeah. So there is a degree when you're married without kids. If you are married to the right person, your marriage can be the best thing that's ever happened to you and alter you in ways nothing else at the time could. But when you bring in kids to that marriage, it alters everything, including your marriage. And if you're with someone good with you, it's almost nothing but positive all the way around. Of course, there's, there are pros and cons to all of it, but generally, Ryan, when people call their pets their kids, I cringe. I used to think I loved my dog as much as a kid until I had kids. Yep, I agree, Ryan. It is not the same. I will say that having a pet like a dog can give you some preparation for having a kid, because there is a certain level of discipline and responsibility you have to have over a thing that is entirely dependent on you. So it can help to kind of get a sense, but it is not the same. It's not the same. No, your pet is not your child. Your pet is a pet. They can be members of your family. They can be to a degree. They can be members of your family. But compare your child to a pet. Who are you going to take a bullet for? There's the hard question, right? Who are you going to take a bullet for? You've got a pet and a child, your pet and your child, your dog and your child, and maybe you've had your dog for like 20 years and your child's a 2-month-old, who are you going to take the bullet for? You've got your child and your significant other. Who are you going to take the bullet for? It changes you, man. It changes your decisions. Canceled. Yeah. Hot take, canceled. That's fine. Cancel me. I can't be any worse than I am now. Doesn't get much worse. Some bottom of the barrel in many ways. So what are you going to take from me? Baron Strawberry on YouTube says pets are human. Sure, Baron. Whatever you say, bud. Okay, let's see if my poops output worked. It did not work. And of course it won't work because my URL structure. Okay. Wife, child, then dog and pet. Good luck, MJ. Ryan says, my wife and I talked about that. Like, if you could save one person, you had to choose between one of us or the child. I told her if she saved me over our kids, I would kill her instead. She felt the same. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes down to it, you will put your life on the line for your child. And I think you would be hard pressed to find somebody like a significant other who would disagree with you. If you've had that child together, you're both going to think about it. It might be a tough thing, but it might be a tough thing to talk about, but generally I think most people are going to agree together. Most couples will agree. Yep, I guess we're taking one for our kid. And then the real heated argument is like, which one of us? Yeah, then you start having to whew, we can agree we're taking one for the kid, but which one of us is going to take it for the kid, right? Then, CD, thing is, a pet is dependent on you, but does not have a personality or grow a sense of independence, and will not need to survive a society. Believe it. The gulf between parenting a pet and parenting a child is way wider than most think until they actually adopt or have a kid. Correct, CD. I think that's absolutely right. I think that there is a little bit of overlap, but there is way more different. Vast majority of it is different than it is the same. Joy Corey says, we had this convo before the kid was born. Which do you save at the delivery? I always chose her. She wasn't happy. But now that the kids are here, I get it. Yeah. Now that the kid is here. Yeah. Yeah. CD says I'm out. Decided. MJ says, I can't imagine taking a bullet for any of my pets. You might if you were never married, you never really had a significant relationship, and you don't have kids. Then you might conceive of a situation where you might take a bullet for your pet. Yeah, Baron on YouTube, I tend to agree. Yeah, if it came down to it, it's me. I'm out. I'm done. I'm taking the bullet. Yeah. If you took a bullet for your pets would die without you. Then both die. Numbers game. Yeah, I mean that's it. So Jared Corey, that's more of a utilitarian argument, right? It's a somewhat pragmatic, somewhat utilitarian, which is like what is better for all members. That has a benefit when you view it that way, but there are certain situations where the principle of that argument can be argued against, where it's like, well, in this case, you could argue for the utilitarian argument principle holds true, but it's not something we'd want to do, right? So I think you're right. It doesn't really I agree, it doesn't really make much sense for you to die on behalf of your pet. Yeah, generally, I don't think it makes a heck of a lot of sense. But you know, that's a tough one too. It's a tough one too. But is it as tough as taking a bullet for your kid? No, it's nowhere near as tough. I love how we've gone into like the philosophical. This is work. It's literally on my stream. It's work mode, but we're into philosophy now. This Is Us, yeah. I've seen a few episodes. I couldn't watch very many. Too drama based, but yeah, too drama based for my personal taste. I want to be clear. It's just my personal taste. That's all. We made dogs to take bullets for us. Attack. That's their whole point. That's the sure. Go. I mean, Joy Curry is going to drop spoilers about This Is Us. So to everyone, warning: I don't care because I'm not gonna. And I'm not going to read the chat openly then, so that only the people who want to read the message can. Right, Joy Corey, I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah. So was it really worth it? Right. So Joy Corey, I'm going to make like a pretty, this is going to sound pretty harsh, but a lot of people would look at the message you just wrote and that show, and they would go, well, what he did was noble. His act was noble. You know, they make, oh, that, you know, there's a real man. And I would argue, really? Because look at what he left behind, if you get what I'm saying. Right? How noble was it? Because when you think about what it means to do that action against what you're leaving behind, there's just something that I don't. Right, exactly, Joy. Right, like and Joy, I would say it goes beyond just a numbers game. It's not strictly a numbers game, although it's a huge component, I would agree, but it's also about the needs of your family and what your role is as a parent and a spouse, right? What are your duties as such? What are your responsibilities? And I would say that action was it was nothing but irresponsible. I don't actually think you can make any argument that action was responsible in any way, shape, or form. And people who watch that show and go like, oh, that's so sad, he did such a noble thing. It's like, no, not really. No. MJ says, I put my dog down before I was married. She had a ruptured cyst in her uterus and had Addison's disease, so she couldn't fight the infection. Despite my dog being only 5 years old and then my priority, she's just an animal. Might be due to my Mexican upbringing. MJ, I have to agree that where you were raised does have an impact. Societal norms have an impact on how you see certain things, for sure. Hey, I'll drop another freaking hot take. Why the hell not? Get me canceled. I think that in the West, we're way too coddled, and we give priority to ridiculously stupid things because we're so safe and sheltered that we seek out. We can't think of a worse situation than the one we're in, and so we seek out stupid and ridiculous things to place heavy weights and burdens on that other people who suffer way worse than we could ever imagine are like, what the hell are you talking about? Why would you care about this? Why would you think about this way? I have problems like, where the hell is my food going to come from today? Are my kids going to starve and die? And you're over there worried about whatever the hell you're worried about in Western society because you're so sheltered. So there is definitely a societal impact. And I think you can see some of the negative impacts of that in Western society, because I grew up in a different society where, yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to make it from night to night as a 6-year-old child. And the things that people worry about in this society boggles my mind. We all have it way too easy. Way too easy. CD says the depictions and the perception that dismiss them as irresponsible don't account for the split-second decisions that entail that, to be honest. CD, you can make a case for the split-second decision, but I don't think the split-second decision negates the responsibility or irresponsibility of it. Those two are different. Just because you can make the case that someone made a split-second decision that you might not agree with, doesn't make the decision any less responsible or irresponsible. Yeah, Harvest, Twitter, yeah. Nuclear Ground Zitter, there's Twitter, yeah. Joy Curry, if I go camping, I'm definitely taking my Wi-Fi with me, yeah. Tack says, yeah, but it's still a gradient. There are steps on it. Like, my mind is totally different when I have money for this next month and when I can chill and plan for the next year. Absolutely, Tack. So for example, it's absolutely the case that I think the statistics bear out. I can't remember where it's from, but the statistics bear out that as people become richer, more financially secure, not richer, right? So they have more money, they're lifted out of poverty, they tend to care more, they tend to put more emphasis on caring about nature, like the general well-being of pollution, things like that, because that actually matters to them more, because it can matter to them more. So there is absolutely a change in context based on where you are. My argument is that it's gone way too far to one side in the West, way too coddled, and we care about things that are way too stupid. Nobody mentions bears. Arvis, yeah. Focus, not chatting much. Yeah, I know, Sam. I know. Baron says Baron on YouTube says taking a bullet for a pet. If there's a single human out there that loves you, relies on you, is crazy. I would agree, Baron. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I cannot picture a situation where I would give up my life for a pet in order to, and the result of that is my daughter doesn't get to see me for the rest of her life. So nonsensical to me. Joy Curry says this recession was inevitable, nature taking its course. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I hate it. Yeah. CD says won't argue whether what people collectively care about, but I do think because of the decline of the West social systems, especially in the US, we're seeing an inversion of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. CD, okay, so look, CD, here's what I'll say. I can agree with you that the West's social systems are in massive decline. Huge decline. And hell, again, I don't care if I get canceled, because who the hell cares? I think what the principles under which a lot of the West was founded upon are basically, if I had to say, I would say they're basically the things learned upon hundreds, if not thousands of years of principles learned the hard way by the European predecessors, and then tailored and tuned to be kind of like a distilled, hey, let's not repeat the mistakes and do better. And it started off with the right intentions on the right course. Obviously it wasn't perfect. But what's happened is, instead of continuing to build upon that, realizing, hey, we should work on this. Hey, this is great. Let's keep that. Yada, yada, yada. Instead, what we've done is, because we created such a powerhouse of economic infrastructure and societal infrastructure and technological infrastructure, we became, well, not we, because I wasn't in it when it really happened. I kind of got it, it became part of it when I moved here. But over time, everybody forgot where these things came from. And yes, that society has declined, and it's become worse It's become way worse than it's become better. We've learned nothing, just about nothing from the past. And we have the setup to do way better than we currently do. Like we're probably in one of the few areas of the world where we can make huge impacts, huge changes based on the things we've learned, but we just decided to go, And so, yeah, Western society has gone downhill, and it could have been way better. CD, it's harder to get your basics in check, so they'll look for something else to invest the energy into. Yeah, it's been replaced. Actual difficulty has been replaced with pseudo difficulty. And you know what? That is the underpinning of what I think happened with React. I am not even joking. That's why I call it Stockholm syndrome and frameworks like React, where people go, this stuff's too easy. It's the society. You're looking for something complex so you can say, oh, life's hard, man. Life's hard. So let's find something that's more complex. Let's take something stupid that's fine on its own, and let's just completely complexify it and make it harder, because then we can go like, man, this stuff's hard, man. This stuff's hard. Look what we have to do to make the front end work. Look what we have to do to make society work. You're just looking for something to make yourself feel better, because you don't have it as bad as the guy halfway across the world who's worried about whether his kid's going to die tonight or not. That's what's really going on. You need to be able to say that you have some kind of equivalent oppression, or like situation, so you can be like, oh man, I have something to complain about, just like everyone else. No, you're not like everyone else. Okay? You're all privileged little brats who have no idea what they have. Okay, get off your React framework soapbox and deal with life. Maybe it is conflating a lot, CD. We would have... Arvis is right. If we just removed JavaScript from the browser, we'd have flying cars. And Ryan, maybe it's frog boiling. It could be frog boiling. Somehow I got to circle back to React. Yeah, somehow I do. I just see a lot of similarity in the mindset. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's a similarity in mindset, and people seek it out. It's almost like they can't help themselves. If they don't have something that is truly like life-threatening in front of their face, they have to try and come up with something that is. And there's a lot of similarity in that principle of thinking with like the stupidest things in life. Anyway. Leave it to browser, at least. Screw Electron, I agree. Yeah, I think I've seen that TED Talk. I think I know which one it is, CD. I think I know exactly which one it is. Yeah, I know which one it is. That's the one. It's pretty recent, too. Yeah. Yeah, it's a waste. It's a shame, and it's a waste. Anyway, back to work. I'll get canceled after this. It'll get clipped and canceled. It's fine. Clip and cancel me. Clip and cancel me. So I need to figure out why on earth these links are not working, are not structuring themselves correctly here. And it's probably got something to do with not the links here. This is not the right place. This is like the next step. I need to find out where the links are being generated before this one. And is it index? It's probably index, right? Let me DD poop this. Yeah. There it is. Okay, so now I know, now I can figure out what data I'm missing. What data am I missing where these links are not being generated correctly? So it wouldn't be this URL. Could it be bundles? It could be. What is the default? The default tab would be collections, all collections. I imagine it's this. So I have a model, I have bundles. I've got a bundle ID, okay. And then I've got courses. Get courses. So is it courses? Let's see. If you pass in a bundle, you do a filter, cool. You go over here, you grab the weights to show them in a particular order. Is there a link? Where's the link? Here we go. Here's the link. So even though this is cached, if I poop it again, there it is. Okay, so it's something to do with a link. And it's because I do not have a master bundle. There we go. So what requirement is there? I need to look at the bundles, and I have to have one that's called master. Oh no, courses. Oh, I do. So what the heck? It's not even DDing itself. What bundle would you, is it here? No. Yeah, so what bundle are you pulling? Bro? Broseph? What bundle are you pulling? Okay, yeah, and then oh, it's being passed in? Data bundle. Yeah, something's not right. Okay, we've got a bundle. Let me go look at the root here. If I go and look at the root. What? This actually looks correct. Oh boy. Okay. So if it's not that. What is it? Is it a redirect? Could you imagine? Could you imagine if it was a redirect? So let's go pull up. Here, we'll preserve the log. Yeah, it's a redirect. 302. Okay. So I have to go find the root and then figure out what the heck's going on. It wouldn't be in here. I think all our academy roots are over here. I'm looking for academy bundle courses show. So this would be under Academy. So bundle, so courses and show. There's our course controller with show portals. So, man, these old controllers have to go. So where's the redirect? Guess we're just gonna have to DD it till we get it. No, go back. Clear it. Okay, made it there. What about here? Yep, made it there. So it's literally stopping here. Yep, it sure is. So what is not being passed? Bundle course. What is this function? Blah, 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 blah. Here's the function. So we've got root, we've got bundle, we've got course, we've got content. Oh, is it content? If I go everything else, bet you it's content because I don't really have. Yeah, so that would be empty, which means it wouldn't get an ID. Has to be a lesson. Let's go look at our content. Yeah, I have no content. How do we determine whether this is a lesson? Let's go have a look. It is an attribute of the course model, and it would be of type lesson. Do we have a type? We do indeed have a type. Okay, so do I have a way to pull? So I guess I just need a seeder. If I have a seeder, I can just create whatever I want. So let's go database seeder. And if I correctly seed whatever is going on, then I should be fine. So there's course content. Wait, what is this? How is this creating courses? What? Oh, it's using the factory. Wait, what? How is this working? Wait, what? Good night, Lawler. Good to see you. The content factory is creating... Oh, a bunch of... I see. A bunch of content, which is then attached to... I see, got it. But what we need is a few lessons. Course content type. So I wonder if I could just go... Well, actually, let's run the seeder and see what it does for us. So we'll go under bin sale, and it's gonna be artisan, and then I forgot the command for it. Got the command. Crap. There's a commands list, isn't there? Commands list? Command list? Yeah. Where's the cedar? What? How is it not here? Oh, because it's not. It's an actual cedar. It's not a. You know, sometimes default seed database. Sometimes I wonder how I get by in life. And then I remember it's a good thing I'm cute. Because it means I'll be fine. I'll be fine if I'm cute. Type is video. Here we go. Okay, so this is what I want right here. So what I need is a way to create, what would be the type? Not you. Probably not you. Probably not you. It's somewhere up here, isn't it? Course content. Yes, type lesson. Brag about it. I'm the they better find you handy department. Yeah. Yeah. At least be handy. Otherwise, it's over. It's over. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this to I'll do 5 videos and then the rest I'll do lessons. This is duplicate a bit, but okay. And then what I'm going to do is I will delete this. And then if I go look at the signature, it's app default seed database. Got it. App default seed database. Let's see. Did that work? No. How dare you? Do I need to change the courses? Do I need to remove? Yeah, I need to remove the courses. All right, that's fine. Now let's do it. Okay, so here. What? File count, course count. What is going on? Just one thing after another. Yeah, no. No, nothing. Let's pass in default. Maybe, yeah, it needs needs the default variable passed in. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. Okay. So there's an error. Let's fix it. I'm surprised this hasn't come up before. Role investor. Where at? Oh, 473. Holy crap. That's way down there. 473, role investor. That's because I have decided not to stick to a common naming convention. Just break my own rule. Expected to see a pattern that I did not myself adhere to. Okay, so there's a few courses. There's some course content. There's some bundles. There are some lessons. Let's go back here. We're going to do... no, let's go back. Geez, what now? Something about roles? What now? Okay, get rid of this. I must have duplicated roles, I guess. There we go. Okay, will you... No. No. What about down here? Damn it. Nope. Listen, you. I have courses. They are labeled as lessons. Can't do this to me. Thanks, MJ. See you later, man. Have a good time with the wife. Contents. There's a bundle? I'm not using the bundle in here. Course ID? Is course ID? What's the course ID? $28. Course content. Oh man. Let's go have a look at course content. Course ID is 28. Content ID is 1. Where's the content? It's not here. So I'm not generating content when I use this seeder? I mean, stupider things have happened. Yeah, it looks like it. Am I seeding content anywhere? No. All right. Well, then why don't I just pull some content from stage? And no. Yeah, let's just pull. Let's just pull this. We'll just copy it over, paste it in here. Can I even do that? No, I can't. No, discard. I just want to copy this. Can I just export it? Sure, export. And then go stage contents. Can I import into this? We can't see the app code, Ceservis. Really? Did I? There, how's that? It must time out after. I did have it hidden for a little bit because I didn't want to show stuff, but the last few minutes should have been visible, but it must not have, it must like time out after a certain while. Just kind of stupid, but. Okay, so if I'm going to import from a CSV file, import. Okay, so I've got contents in my DB. No, go back. Oh, come on. So, okay, let's try this again. I'll DD this out. 26, it's not pulling in course content. Course ID on course content. Content ID 1. So even if it's 26, it'd be 1. There's 1. I do have it. So what am I, do I have? There's content lesson. Content is lesson. Course content. Yeah. Type lesson would be what value? It's like that. Wait, but yeah, that's right. Course controller pulls in the course ID, which I know is, I think in this case, yeah, it's 26. Then I go grab all the stuff. Let's see whether this is giving me anything. Attributes. Type is lesson. Type is indeed lesson. Something's up with this. Something's not right with that. Get the is lesson attribute. Let's make sure that I am not missing something with the is lesson check. That's view. Ugh. Yeah. Course content. Yeah, everything checks out. Thanks, Arvis. Everything checks out with this. So, I mean, I could just, yeah, there it is. I wonder if I can just do this. What if I just spit the value out of this search? It's false. It's false. How is this false? Because it's 2. How has this ever worked? Holy crap. I don't even know how this has worked ever. Yeah, right? It's classic. How has this ever worked? It's literally doing a string check against an integer check. This is old code. This is code from like 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. This is crazy. Okay, but what if I did? Holy crap. Okay, if I do this, or this type is equal to self type lesson, this is bonkers yeah, there we go. Now it's true. So I guess for backwards compatibility, we check both, but that's just nutso. How on earth we've gone this long and not realized that there was an issue here? Yeah, there you go. Now it's working. Weird, yo. Can't see? Hang on. Hang on. There. There. So somehow this is less an attribute check. Yeah. It was checking for whether type is an integer. And it was missing the cases where type is an ID or a string, I mean. And somehow we've been running on this for a long time, and this whole thing has been working. I have no idea how, but there we go. We're now landing on the course page. And there is no content because I haven't put any in. But that's exactly what I would have expected to see. Okay. That's strange, yo. How on earth has that worked? And I mean, that's on stage, right? Which means that stage... Oh, yeah, see? The old... Yeah, the old content. What if I do the latest one? But it's been, that's how, wait. Okay, screw it. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. Forget it. Forget it. I feel like I had a similar discovery. One of those that worked completely on accident. Yeah, this is strange. I guess it just so happened that our database structure on stage and prod matched what the function does, but that's not what the function should do. It shouldn't do that. And I guess we just went, well, this is what the function is, so we're just going to make it, like, we're just going to adapt the intended use case with the actual use case. And for some reason, we just went with that. And that includes Mia. I don't think I ever noticed that. So it should get fixed, but it's working right now, and now I fully understand why. But that's ridiculous. Make a Jira ticket, yeah. Make 7 Jira tickets. Okay. Well, that being the case, I suppose what I should do is I should go grab the course content. Let me blur out. Let's go prod. And we'll go like this, and then I'll unblur it. So does course content have what I'm looking for? There's a specific thing I'm looking for here. And it's got something to do with application, practical application. I guess it's not much different. So just write an email, CC the entire company, call everyone an idiot. Yeah. That'd be the fun way to do it. That might also be the career ending way to do it. Okay, so I should probably pull in courses from prod, bundles from prod, contents from prod, run it local, see where I end up. I suppose I should also check the Jira ticket. Hang on. I'll blur it again. And I'll go back here. This Jira ticket I can show, but that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for... No, it's not in that. Let me check the backlog. Practical application. Nope, not here. Okay. Let me go back to what the intended output is. Watch, listen, read. Practical application. Is that just the form? I guess that's just the form. So there's a form here. That's a different kind of content that we have in our system. These forms are not built into the Academy content. We have Academy content for watch, listen, read. And then we're supposed to grab an associated form and show it below. And that's a whole other thing. And I guess I was hoping there would be more work done on the form itself, on the form work, but I don't think there is. I think the friend and contractor is like, well, I guess it's Spiro's problem. He'll implement the form. Which is the most complex thing on the damn Academy courses. Sure. Sure. Oh, there goes my next week. Course content, course tabs. Yep, it's the form stuff. He pulled a not my problem stunt. He pulled a not my problem stunt. So my understanding of the work, which maybe he didn't actually say this, but it was my understanding, is that he had the forms rendering. They're dynamically injected. Like, I thought that what he had was forms dynamically injected by HTMX. Okay, down here, right? And I thought that he had that working from a UI perspective, but the forms just weren't plugged into the back end. So when you clicked on like the next button or whatever, it just didn't do anything. And I'm like, oh, well, that's fine. As long as, like, I'm like, that's fine. If the UI is there, I'll just plug in the form, or the form's already plugged in. I'll just handle the submissions to the back end based on, you know, the context of what the form is. It's about this particular course, you know, and you're filling out details about your startup as you're learning about the material. I'm like, okay, cool. So that should be fine. But no. The form's not even injected. I have to pull it in and plug it into the back end. And all he gave me was a placeholder. I mean, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I just thought that there was more. But I guess this guy's like, well, I'm making it Spiro's problem. Fine. Guess it's my problem, boys. Guess it's my problem. Holy crap. All right. Well, that being the case, I technically do not need to pull in. No, I guess I do have to pull in real data. If I don't pull in the data from prod, I'm going to be faking a lot of it, and it's not going to look one-to-one with what users are actually going to see. If I don't pull in real forms, I'm going to miss out on all the form complexities. Crap, I got to pull all that in. Okay, so now the question is, forms. How are we associating forms to our course content? I've completely forgotten how that works. I was the one who built that. Me. To do everything, Arvis, yeah. To do everything. Yeah, that's kind of what it's feeling like right now. I don't blame the guy. He's a good guy. I don't think he did it on purpose. It might just be the way that I read his summary of the work that was left. So it's fine. It's just more than I thought. And he normally doesn't do that either. Normally he's quite good about like just tackling stuff and whatever, but anyway, okay, so forms. Okay, I know I have forms here. These are all kinds of forms that we generate through the admin interface. We generate input types, we have form fields, they are attached to forms of whatever. Okay, so here's where it is. Okay, got it. So it's form types. So when we create a form, we have a form of type whatever. And it's the type that determines whether it gets displayed in the course. And if I go and look at, it's usually tools. Tools are the ones that get displayed in course content. Is there anything on stage we've done? Like, have we like built forms for this purpose? Have we, like as in, have we changed the type? Nope. It's either it's application, company profile, or tool. Okay. Okay, so tools are what we want. That still doesn't tell me how a piece of content pulls in a form ID. Oh, here we go. Course content. So we take a piece of course content and we apply a form ID, and there's our association. That is one heck of a pivot, but that is what it is. This pivot table, this pivot column scenario could have been done better, but it's okay. Let me see what we've got on stage. I don't think we have any data. Yeah, no, we don't have any data. That's different than what we currently have. Okay, so I just have to pull in tools. Okay, so I can basically use the same structure, pull in the same forms. You use the same flow. It's just different rendering output. And yeah, too forgiving. It's time to burn someone at the stake. Yeah. All right. So I have to go from... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. This is all really important information that someone else might struggle with down the road. So, why don't I... What are my... Okay, why don't I commit any changes I made? Randomly create... No. Update Cedar to create lesson courses. Yep. And then, check for course lesson as string as well as integer. Okay, so I'll do that. Now, if I merge develop branch into this, am I going to break a bunch of stuff? Because I don't want to. I don't want to break anything. Hey XP, nice to see you. I'm doing all right, man. Hope you're doing well too. I'm just gonna try something here. Yeah, I know my thing is weird. I'm just doing something. There's a full view of my desk cut off. I do this again. There we go. Okay, back to normal. Okay, now I can see us. Office reveal, yeah. Yeah, office reveal. Not much going on. Next Rubbermaid, yeah. Yeah, I've got a few. I keep reorganizing and never getting rid of stuff. It's mostly cords. Because we all know as men, you never know when you're going to need those cords, right? You just never know. You never know when you're going to need those old USB-A cords. Right? I guess I'm going to merge develop in here. Wait, what? So where on earth, if you truly have develop merged, Ask me about your cable drawer. I ziplocked and grouped them by type. That is the true way to do it. That's the best way to do it. There is no other way. There's actually no other way. There we go. Documentation. Oh, it's just because I don't know how to read properly and use the alphabet. Got it. Did I name these? Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. Rebuild. Academy UI. Okay. Important note on course content and forms. Okay, so course content, which table was it tagged in? It would be course content. Here we go. Course content, aka course content, can be tagged by type lesson, both as an integer and as a string. This is what binds content to courses, separate tables. And then I think course content also has form ID. It does. Course content also binds forms by the form ID column. Note that each section of the course content requires a form ID attachment, even if it's the same form. Okay, so some notes to begin with, that's fine. So now my issue is I have to create enough content to display this here. So how is this displayed? Here. Okay, so what are we actually pulling from the database in order to display our course material? Wait. Are these HTMX'd in? There's a bundle. There's a course. There's a bundle course. There's some user data because of view. Ew. Okay, so it does seem like we're reaching out to, yeah, to these URLs and rendering them. Okay, so for practical application, we're going to have to add one of these. But right now, my concern is, why is nothing rendering on here? If I do this, and then I go look at the, yeah, it's just empty content. Okay, what view are you using? Man, HTMX Academy course. Course, Blade. All right, where are you? Okay, you have a, yeah, you have a coarse body and stuff. What are you going on about? Why are you empty? If I search for coarse body, it's just not here. It's just not here. What is going on? What about coarse wrapper? Nope. Nope, nothing. Okay. So now I have to debug why there's no rendering. So there's a 500 error on this. Let's see what this is about. See if we can fix it. Let me go over to my admin area. Here's our admin. Let's go system logs. I guess it wouldn't be here, would it? No. Let's go see down here. Sure. Yeah, user found. Cool. ID on null. Is that really the problem? Undefined array key lesson. Course content resource. Okay. Is it so systemic that I do actually have to change these? Oh, there we go. Okay, that helped that. Okay, we're making progress. So that would be why there's no content showing on the right-hand side, is because I didn't have the right. Okay, I need to change the, let's just screw it. I give in. I give up. I give in. Where was it that I was doing that? So where is his lesson? Here, we're gonna do this. Nope, over here. So you're gonna go like that, and it's going to be course content, and we'll go course content. Okay, so there you go. You're gonna get that. And I believe course content also has videos, if I remember correctly. It does not, but I guess it should. Let's give it that. It's fine. Okay, so that's fixed. So now the next question is, why is no content rendering in the center here? Okay. We've managed to make it farther, deeper in. Undefined variable portal new conversation 0. That's fine. I don't really care about that. What about this? No. What about this? No. What about this? No. Is there any one of you that work? Well, that's 26. We already did that one. 28. 27. 29. 30. There's no content. Shimmy, shimmy. Let's jump around, yeah. What errors are there here? This is user data. This is for the view. I don't care about the view. I care about the center here. I'm so confused about what's happening. Did view not get completely removed from this page? What is going on? What would be calling that link? Not that. Not that. I know that I'm in the right. Oh boy. Is it because... Okay, maybe he changed the route. I think that's what it is. Maybe there's a route here that I am not properly using. If I go back down here, nothing's changed here. Oh, courses HTMX. What? Courses HTMX show. Okay, I got it. There we go. All right. It was just a root issue. It would help if I remembered the code I read. Okay, so we've got the HTMX version of this, which by the way loads up way faster. Instead of this load, it's just instant. It's just instant load. Just go. Perfect. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out if there's a good one that shows more data. Wait, no. Let me go back. I want to go to like... no, please do courses HTMX. No? Let's try 27. No? Do I not have any content? No, I guess I don't. And the bundle's wrong anyways. Yeah, if I go back here. Yeah, wouldn't be right anyway. So let me see what content I have in here. See if we can get some content spitting out. So our content ID would be whatever course content is associated with it. We go get the content ID and it would be this. Oops, that's not what I wanted, but that's fine. So if the content ID is 1, then I'd see like a QL syntax somewhere in the output. So could we, come on. Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter which one. Could we find that in the code? Sure enough, there it is. Let's try some bitter content. It would be something like, let's go to prod. And let's grab something from prod. Let's put it in here, save it. Now if I refresh, yeah, there we go. So it's not exactly the most correct content here, but yeah. Okay, now why are the tabs not showing up? Let's go have a look at that. I see. We need to have watch, read, and listen. Okay. That means I have to go back to prod, and I just will copy over some watch, read, listen. Is that it? Is that all I need? Well, if that's all I need, I'll just put them in. So we'll go content, course content. So we're going to name this one watch. We're going to name this one read, and we're going to name this one listen. We will save it. There it is, and I think we need to change this to be 26 as well. That should then... There we go. That's the tabs. What other tabs am I missing? Resources. I don't know what resources are. What are resources? Additional resources. Sure. Okay. Now it's the same content, but I can change the content to match. Okay. Nice. Getting a lot closer now. So, hey, CLI on YouTube. Hi. Good to see you. So now that we have content, what we need is practical application, which is down here. Practical application will probably be, well, hang on. Let me, no, not this. I want to go, come on. I want to go back to the output. So this is practical application. This is literally just the form. Is there anything else I'm missing before I jump knee deep? Okay, so here's the question that I have then. Practical application should not be shown until you've watched the course. I guess that's what this means. Based on the UI mockups, you don't show the form until you've gone through the entire course. So I would have to check whether it's completed. If completed, go get the form, pull the form in from the DB, get its structure, all that stuff. Okay. I guess I could start by hiding practical application if the current user does not have the form completed. I can also do a little bit of cleanup. Let's clean this up. Academy URL should not be here. Academy URL should be up here. Okay. Has the user completed course? Has completed. There we go. So do we have that passed in? We sure do. Go down to practical application. And then we're going to do if has completed. Refresh my page. I love how fast that loads. I have watched the course. Does this do anything? Is this plugged in? Nope. He really did leave all of it up to me. Supposed to have this done today. It's not going to happen. Crap, so I have to plug this in. I have to make it so that if you watch the entire course, but why does this show check mark on all of them? Have a good night, H. Good to see you, man. Why is everything checkmarked? These are tabs. This is a load map. Let's go look at the load map. Here's our panel. Here's our load map. State course load map include. Why is the state there? And where's finish? Okay. What? Course load map state and then a magic number of 2. Why? What determines the state? It's like, no. I should have expected this. He's the front end guy. He's not going to do everything for me. Why am I shocked? Where does the state come from? Wouldn't this be has completed? But then what is state 1? So it'd be like if has completed. I don't know. 2? Otherwise 0? Let's just see what this gives us. Yeah, sure. I mean, why would you do? Oh, did I have this wrong? Is it backwards? I always get this backwards. Question mark verse whatever. Yeah. Okay. But Okay, now we're talking. So this up here should not be complete until you've actually like clicked this. Then it's gonna check mark that. And then it's gonna be what would finish indicate? What is finish? Finish. Oh, it's when you complete the form. Oh boy. It's when you complete the form. So I guess we would go like practical can I spell correctly, please? Practical application completed, and it would be what, 0? This is a little confusing. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little confusing. Course load map state. I don't get it. Oh, it's just an indicator whether it's on or off. 2. So it'd be 2 if it was good. Otherwise, it's nothing. And then if it's completed, then it would be in progress. So this one needs a second check. So we can't just check for the completion of whether did you get through the course material or not. We also have to check whether you filled in your practical application. So I guess now I have to move this up to the controller level. And then at the controller level, I would have to check for the different states. And then depending on your state, I would pull this in depending on each stage. And then instead of doing it in here, at the very least, I can just pass in a state. Okay. Annoying, but okay. Okay, I'll at least get that much done. I'll render the form and then I'll take a break. So what we want to have is 3 different states. So it's going to be course completed state, and it's going to be either on or off. We're going to have a practical application state, and it's either going to be on or off. And then we're going to tie all of these together with only if both course completed and practical application are true. Then our finished state is true. Actually, our finished state should be 2 because it could be an in progress state. So we're going to start with false. Then we're going to go, if both of these are not true, then if one of them is true, then it's in progress. Is it though? Would you really want to show in progress for finished? Nope, you wouldn't. It either is finished or it's not finished. That's it. Course completed is essentially the same. So it's going to be 0. If has started, then your course completed state will be 1. If has completed, then your course completed state will be 2. And then your practical application state would be if course completed state. No, if has started. No, if has completed. Has completed, then you're going to go your practical application state is at least in progress. Then here, I need to do some kind of figure out if there was a submission to the form. If so, consider it complete. Now what we do is we go back here and we pump these in. Course completed state. We're going to go, what is it? Practical application state. Is that what I decided to name it? It is what I decided to name it. And then finished state. And we have to compact these. Let's take the variables and compact them. Okay. Yep, there it is. Okay, much better. Here's a recommended tool, which is the market size. Yeah, that works great. That works great. Okay. I have to plug in. Okay, let me not lose track. We'll go to-dos. Plug in the I have watched the course button. Which would be on submit, set current user's course progress to complete. And then I also need to put in render form data, and then I have a whole frickin' load of work to do for rendering the form data. Okay. Okay, so here's another concern I have. I think this out. I get to the point where I complete the course. I'm showing the form underneath. But if it is dynamically injected via HTMX, this whole concept of clicking on a tab and literally changing the entire URL route means that I lose my place on the form. Crap. Crap. Hoops. Hoops and craps and peas. Does that mean I mean, if I think about it, that means that I kind of have to like dynamically inject all of these. Or I could keep this as is because this works. And I could have a state tracker on the form. Could do that. Where did you last leave off on the form? It's probably a lot simpler than dynamically injecting every little itty bit. Yeah, okay. So I could just keep it in session maybe. I could keep in session the last portion of the form you were on. And then depending on that, pull it from the session on page load and go through the form and take you back to render the same place. All right. All right, then I don't have to HTMX in everything. Unless, like, this janky reload thing doesn't function very well on stage or prod. It's a middle ground. I guess I'd kind of have to do it anyways. Even if I HTMX'd in the form and everything else, I'd still need to know where you were on the form. If you come back on the course, you don't want to have to click next a bunch of times to get back where you were. So it actually doesn't matter if it's HTMX'd in. I have to keep track of where you were on the form. All right. Okay, so I guess just can we render the form? So if I just pull in, just gonna fake it till I make it. I'll just put in a pull in a form ID. Just go grab a form. Anything? No form. I don't have any forms locally. Perfect. All right. Well, then let's pull in from prod, I guess. Form field, form types, forms. I'll just export these as CSVs. So we'll go prod. Export. And then we'll import the CSV. I have immediately forgotten which table I'm importing to. I did it again. Form field. And form types. Cool. And forms. Field form ID does not have a default value. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Please import my forms, please. There we go. Did you actually do it, or are you just joshing me here? Okay, you actually did it. Perfect. Okay, let's pick a form. 23. Let's go with 23. Okay, so there it is, 23. How are we rendering it? We're currently not. Let's go grab a form. Is it course content? It is. Where form IDs, whatever. So we're going to create a new variable. It's going to be called hang on. Hang on. I do have to HTMX it in. How the hell am I going to render this form if I don't HTMX it in? Form rendering mechanism is its own page. So I need to get a link to that page and then load it up. All right. All right. Where are my forms? Oh, I don't want it. I don't want this. Oh no, I don't want this. This is like the admin version. Right, because in Vue, we were talking to an API that just told us the fields and values and all that, and then we just dynamically rendered it. We don't have such a concept because we never built it, because we never had time, because we just did it in Vue. Excellent. So I literally have to pull in the view data. No, sorry, the form data. And then what? It has to be HTMX'd in. It can't. What am I going to do when I submit the form? I'm going to keep. I guess I could just keep track of state along the form. Oh, I gotta make a decision here. I gotta put on my lead dev hat and make a decision here. Okay. If I render the form with HTMX, that means that I can kind of separate the form rendering on its own page and move things along backwards and forwards. If there ever was a scenario where I wanted to integrate this form into other pages, I would at least have the HTMX version where I could pretty much drop in the form. Is there a particular reason why I wouldn't want to inject the form manually in the course content? I suppose because there's no reason to. We're not presenting these forms anywhere else. It's one half dozen or the other. The forms would consistently function the same way. It's unlikely you're going to have a form that functions differently except for UI purposes, which is probably where the issue comes in. If I have a next and backward button for the form, that's kind of like a form wizard, which is what the course content UI calls for. If you were to look at the form individually, maybe you don't want to do the wizard mode and maybe you want to fill out the form entirely. I suppose that could still be HTMX'd in. You could pass in a parameter that determines whether you display the form in wizard mode or not wizard mode. Whoops. Yeah, this is crazy. I have to make a decision. Do I do wizard mode, not wizard mode, and HTMX it in? Or do I do a custom render for this course? Okay, I think I would prefer to HTMX it in and pass in a parameter that determines the rendering mechanism. That way I could treat this as its own component. You could literally just go to a page that renders the form itself. And it's likely anywhere else you want to render the form, you're probably going to want the wizard mode. Probably don't want the full-on mode for the most part. So I guess HTMX with its own page. Fun. Fun. So much fun. Okay, where's there? I don't think we have any. As far as I know, there is nowhere that we render our form in the way in which I'm describing right now. There's a preview. I guess we could go slash. What would it be? Slash forms slash preview slash form ID 23. Let's just see what's there. Is it under the portal root, subroot? I mean, let's go look. Yes. Yes. No, it's not. Okay, so slash forms preview 23. My session expired? Your session expired. Cool preview, bro. Nice. The best preview. Empty preview. Cool, bro. Works great. Awesome, bro. Is it the middleware? Are you not recognizing me as an admin? Nope. Well, fine. Let's go track this down. Let's just see what's... Preview, main forms preview. There's a form. And probably because we, I don't know. Oops. Yeah, there's a form. Okay, so we're literally just not rendering anything. Probably because we removed so much view crap. Well, do we have a way to administrate these forms? That would be crazy if we didn't. But hey, we don't have a way to administrate these forms. We don't. We really don't. What if I... Okay. Edit? Oh, well, editing works. Even though it has an error, probably because my local is... I should pull in, like, fields. That's what I should do. Let me do that. Fields. Let's export fields. Here's the CSV. Prod fields. Let's pull in our fields table. It's another pivot table. Let's import it in. Prod fields. Duplicate entry for one. Listen. Mom's a duplicate entry. Okay. Okay, we can edit. Okay. Can we preview? No. Okay, but at least we can edit. Okay, and yeah, this is like a wizard flow, so we'd go by weight. It's a required field. If I go and edit one of these fields, it's got stuff. There's no way to go. Holy crap, we have so many issues on this thing. We don't have enough time to fix these issues. How on earth do we not have the ability to scroll down? I mean, it's an admin page, but still. Are we setting overflow somewhere? I don't even know, man. This is just a litany. Overflow Y scroll. There's no, yeah, no, there's nothing, eh? No, I think there is. Let me force it. Still nothing. Here's a form. How are you not scrolling? Overflow hidden. Why? Why is your overflow hidden? Okay, let's go back to the form controller. Let's go back to edit, main forms edit, main forms edit.blade. Shiny layout. Oh, I can't change that unless I... Oh god, this is so stupid. This is the stupidest stupid ever. I can't change it without breaking view. And I can't remove view until I change it. And I can't change it until I remove view, and I can't remove view until I change it. Perfect. Fine. We're just gonna force it. Important. We're gonna CSS style the important. Damn it, it didn't work. Why? Where am I? Where is my URL wrong? Form fields edit. That's why. You know what? We're gonna keep this here too. We're gonna put this in here. Oh, unless my front end guy already figured this out and he gave me the way out. Let's see. Oh, he did, because he's smart. Okay, so, okay, good job. Good job. All right. Okay, so we can at least see what's going on with the form fields and everything. That's perfect. That means it gives me a way to test and adjust and make sure that things are tickety-boo. Screen capture broke. Damn it. Here. Yeah, okay, so this is what I needed. I needed the overflow page container because that's what's using, that's the fix. The front end guy figured it out already. We still have to change this so that it looks, thanks Arvis, by the way. We still have to change this so that it looks better and it's actually under the HTMX admin roots, but anyway, it's okay. Okay, so this is what a field looks like if I go like that. Yeah. All right, so to render the form, what I would need to do is I would need to create an entirely new URL structure and render the form in wizard mode. Also, I don't know what's going on with this. It is not properly styled. I'm just realizing that. Where is my markdown? It would be top nav bar, broken styling, potentially. Could just be a me problem, but. Okay, that's a whole other thing. Okay, I need to take a break. Taking a break. Taking a break. I might need to go to talk to product about this. That might eat up the rest of my day. I might have to like just straight up end the stream and go deal with this. But I'm taking a break. Coffee break, yeah. Well, That sucks. I was working on some AI stuff yesterday. I'm doing my own AI. That was kind of fun. It's this stuff. I'm literally kind of abstracting the way that the brain works with neurons and whatnot. I did like a 6-month deep dive into how it all works. It's crazy. The brain is crazy. We barely understand any of it. Neurons are crazy. But I've abstracted a lot of the information I gained out of it. Man, this thing is still running. It's been 14,000 ticks. I ran this. That's pretty good. Yeah. And I have a super secret project. There's like 2 people in the world who know about. That's going to, and that's all that we'll ever know about it. Nobody else will ever know, but I'll add on to it. It's going to make this thing pretty insane. Let me just fiddle around with this here for a second. Yeah, neurons are firing. There's a flow of information happening. It's randomized right now, but it's working. Yeah, that one fired quite a bit. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's if you actually look at what's going on based on our current understanding of how it works in the brain, damn, that works really solid every time. Like that, look at that, that's firing. That's constantly firing, probably because the channels and the membrane voltage mean that the channels are constantly open, which is exactly what an action potential would do, would be considered when it's firing, and so that's why it's got the green border. But yeah, essentially there's you can kind of abstract it down to a chemical process and then an electrical process. They function. My understanding is that they can function exactly the same way. The electrical processes are simply faster because they are electrical. Chemical processes are slower because there's a biological exchange of information that's needed, that you need to do at a chemical level. So I've abstracted a lot of the learnings from it, and I think there's a way to do this that hasn't been done before. You know me, I'm crazy. And the idea of having like 10,000 GPUs to run an AI machine learning algorithm, I think is just complexity on top of complexity. I think it's actually much simpler, and I think we have the technology to break it down into smaller components that you could run pretty sufficiently on most typical hardware, and it could at least compete with the stuff that requires 1 billion GPUs right now. It's my take, so I'm trying it out. And there's a way, there's definitely something to learn about the way that the brain restructures its own, like, I guess, neuronal network. where it does not require human intervention in at least some cases in order to structure itself so that it sufficiently handles certain things. And there's a way to do that. There's a way that the brain does that you can replicate. If you just care about your code and you code it properly and you take some time and do it right, I think it can be done, and I think it can outcompete anything that's there. And that's not including my super secret project that nobody will ever know about. So, billions, here I come. Yeah. Yeah, this works pretty well. I have to refactor a bunch of stuff. And there's some crossover to the boat chess game here. Because if I'm going to do some real-time stuff on the boat chess game, there's some principles, code principles that I've implemented in here on the canvas. I'm using Canvas for this. That need to be implemented on the boat chess game. More for real-time. So you can have real-time battles. This is pretty dope. Yeah, this is really good. If I add a neuron here, and then I go like 3 by 4, and then I add a channel, and it receives, let's say, chloride. It won't be activated because the window is too low. Start. Yeah, look at that. It's crazy. This is very cool. Then I have to save the state and then load the state. Boat chess game overlap. Okay, let's see where I'm at. Almost 3 hours. I'm gonna have to go talk to product about this crazy stuff. So I should probably do that before they go. It's gonna be a whole discussion. Should I just call it? Come back tomorrow morning? Yeah, it'll probably be a big discussion. I gotta sort that out today. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go have a chat with product. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Probably a lot earlier in the morning. And I'll keep going. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get to do more of the boat chess game. That's what I think needs to be done. So I'll try and figure out what this work stuff with Laravel and HTMX and the core stuff, and then that way tomorrow we can spend a few hours on the boat chess game. Get back to it. Get back to the grind. Okay. That means I need to raid out. So we'll find somebody to raid. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for the subs. Congratulations, jQuery. Thank you for all the resubscriptions, all of that. Thanks for keeping me company with all this. I appreciate it. I will absolutely be seeing you all tomorrow again. If I have my way, I might even come back on later tonight. I might have to come back on as an ASMR stream, but I'm gonna consider it. Okay, we'll see. But I gotta go have conversations. Let's go. Okay, hang on. Let me see who's on. Whoops. Chris is on. Coppinger is on. Why don't we go over to Coppinger? Why don't we do that? Let's go over to Coppinger. We'll raid him. Thanks again, everyone. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. I gotta go have conversations about all this stuff, so there's kind of no point in me being on right now. Yeah. See you later, folks.